Attitudes towards interstate borders are shifting. The second part of our landmark YouGov News Corp poll has found a clear majority of Australians want fully vaccinated people to receive preferential treatment. Let's go back to Canberra now. Jonathan Lee joins us live. Jono, the poll also shows many believe the vaccine rollout has been flawed.
Peter, they certainly do believe that, and it's bad news for the government. There's an opinion here which is baked in. 49% of respondents, in fact, believe the reason more Australians haven't been vaccinated is because the rollout has been flawed. A damning indictment of the federal government in many ways, but there's also extensive opinions on borders and vaccine passports. They were asked, when everyone has had the opportunity to be fully vaccinated, should borders within Australia be open? 62% of respondents said yes, if vaccinated, 30% yes, even if unvaccinated. 8% of those polled, though, believe borders should not be open while COVID is around. The highest proportion of those were in Western Australia. 15% of people polled in Western Australia believing those borders should shut or remain closed. On vaccine passports, once everyone has had the opportunity to be vaccinated, would you support a similar scheme to go to sport, cinema or a nightclub? Meaning before you enter that nightclub, you'd have to show a bouncer that you've had a jab. 66% of people support the idea, the strongest support in Tasmania, 76% down there. 21% of people remain opposed to it, Pete.
Meanwhile, Jono, people were also asked whether they actually agree that lockdowns must be part of Australia's future.
Yeah, and there's perhaps no great surprise here that those who agreed with it tended to come from Western Australia. In fact, 33% of those polled, there was more than 3,000 people polled. South Australia, 27%, Queensland, 25%, Victoria, 20%, New South Wales there at 18%. Many New South Welshmen and Welsh women looking to see internal borders as a thing of the past. Scott Morrison was asked about it yesterday by Trudy McIntosh at his press conference about whether those borders should be removed once we get the vaccination rate to 70 and 80%, those key targets of the national plan. Here's his response.
The national plan is not explicit about state border closures. In your view, should they be ended at 70% vaccination, 80%, or are you saying this is a state matter?
Well, ultimately, everything is a state matter, but I know that there was agreement to the national plan which wants to see Australians come together.
It will be interesting, Pete, if this ends up heading back to the courts. The government's Attorney-General is Michaelia Cash. She is a West Australian. You would end up seeing a West Australian challenging the West Australian state government. That would be a fascinating debate indeed.
Sure would be. Jonathan Lee, thank you.